Hello, you beautiful beings. How are you today? Good. All right. Sounds like we're all at different stages of our own development. How's that for a psychological term? All right, so this is going to be kind of a short and sweet chair yoga. I love chair yoga. I used to say things like, oh, props are, no, that's for old people. Chairs, chairs are for, oh, for Pete's sake. Chair yogis have the best abs in the business. Just saying. But anyways, this particular chair yoga is going to be shorter. We're going to cover some spinal twisting to get through this midsection. We're going to try to get through these lower three chakras so that this energy rises up into the heart. Because if I can't process through the heart, what good am I to myself? If I'm not being good to myself, then am I being good to others? Cognizantly, sure, I'm being great to others because I'm better at being good to others than I am myself. And a lot of times it's because my energy is all blocked up down here. So check in with these lower three. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we're talking about the energy system. We're talking about the chakra system. It's something that I, 10 years ago, didn't know anything about. And then I tripped and fell on my face a whole lot into the internal body's energy system. And then realized that it's not just an internal system. It's a system that radiates out from my body. It's a system that radiates from one person to the other. It's a system that starts within the seed of the soul. So that little spark inside, that light, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Right? Song still gives me goosebumps. Why is that? Because everything has energy. Everything we do has energy. You know, whether you want to think of it as electricity or whether you want to think of it as something that starts in this little light of mine and then radiates out from there. All right. Find what it means to you. Plant your feet. I've got my cards. Always have some sort of cards hanging around. You could trip on them in my house. I love them. They're just little seeds of wisdom. This particular set draws from native groups from all over the world, Aborigines, Native Americans, Pachamama from South America, you know, all over the place. Let's see what they say to us today. Isn't that fun? It's Mayu, Soma from the galactic heart. All right. Let's see what she has to say. So plant those feet, start to make deep breaths. Expand through the ribs as if stretching out fingers. Think about your bone structure. Think about where things start whenever you expand in the body. Because we know there is no end. If we're going into this little light of mine, there is no end. So what can I start in this moment from the galactic heart? Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Not breathing, breathing. Well, you could. Either one. The divine mother's milk of the galaxy is feeding your soul. Expansion of your horizons, your spiritual purpose, and your sacred responsibilities is taking place. Divine potential within you is awakening at a higher turn of creative spiral of consciousness. This oracle is prophecy of ascension and grace. Oh, does that not come from the heart or what? Put that aside for later. Expand with breath and release. Expand and release. And so as you start to expand and release, inhale and lean forward, and then exhale and squeeze out. So it's this cat and cow motion, inhaling and exhaling. Now pay attention to your doctors, your physical therapists, your healers. If they say, oh, you shouldn't do certain things with your body, all right. This is, we go to science as wisdom, and we go inside for wisdom. So take this at your own pace. Breathing in. Sometimes chair yoga gives us the ability to take weight off of one part of the body and move a little more generously in another part of the body. And then it can be deceiving sometimes. So filter through the heart. One more time. Breathe in. Expand those collarbones forward, expand the wings across the back. Really fluff your feathers out today. And then grab onto those kneecaps, drop the chin into the chest, and just hold that arch. Now, with your mind, you've got this root chakra down here, just below the belly button. You're smushing in there. The breath is coming nice and shallow. You've got the second chakra right behind the belly button. We're smushing in there. That's where our feelings are. That's where that gurgling belly is. And then we're squishing in around that third chakra, that solar plexus, where that ego is, which tends to take over when the feelings are spilling over because we don't allow ourselves to be vulnerable. Ooh, she said the V word. So with the next breath in, I want you to start lifting through the collarbones, pulling with the fingertips on those knees, and really stretch through that belly and maybe get the elbows on those thighs. Now, extend the spine and start to breathe all the way down to the tip of the tailbone. Oh yeah, that galactic heart. Each one of these breaths has to go right through that heart energy to reach that tailbone. So we're washing these three lower chakras with heart energy. Imagine that there's just green energy sneaking down through the belly, washing red, orange, and yellow with that green. One more. Right hand to right thigh, left hand reaches forward and up. Bend that elbow, prop the head in the hand, lift. Now see, I'm turned funny in the chair so that y'all have a better view of what's going on with my body. You guys are going to be square in your chairs, and make sure your chairs don't have wheels on them, please. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now take that elbow down. See if that elbow will touch that knee. If it doesn't, no judgment. Squish in on those three lowers. See if it's uncomfortable. And then press into that right hand. Lift and open heart space. Filter a breath through that heart, right down through the belly, behind the belly button, right into that pelvis, and then close down, elbow to knee. Hold there for one breath. Lift, expand, and then press slightly with that right hand and open up to the left. Really firm up your connection between your feet and the floor. Because if you feel like, especially if you're empathic, if you feel like you have been hovering for the last however long, ground yourself through physical energy. If you're not the most energetic person, then feel it. Go to that connection space. Sandwich that foot into the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let that hand come down. Drop the chin into the chest. Then lift the nose slightly. Only go as far as your doctor would say is healthy for you. Drop the chin to the chest. Lift nose to ceiling. Really open the front of that body. Drop the chin as if you're zipping something down, And then that chin lifts the zipper and opens up. Then this time, let the head come down to neutral. Elbows slide down, arch down and in. Beautiful. Left hand, left thigh, right hand reaches out and up. Let that elbow come out and back. Hold the back of that head. Breathe in, open up, open up. You've got the chin's got that zipper. You're opened wide, and then the elbow comes down and in and touches. Don't judge if it doesn't. Open up. So yeah, chair yoga, it's a mobility thing. If your elbow isn't touching your knee, don't worry about it. Open, find that full breath all the way down to the tip of the tailbone, and then close down one more time. Hold there for just a second. And then this time, expand open, press into that left hand, open up, little spinal twist. So this is wringing out spinal energy. And those 3 down here, those energy centers, actually there's tons of energy centers all over the body, 500 plus of them. Pick one. As one of my instructors says, these are man-made things. And you go in and you start fishing around, you realize that man found a bunch of this stuff. So it's kind of fun. I love these practices. Breathe in, breathe out, slide forward. Let those hands slice across. Open up to the ears, opposite. Slice across. Like knives cutting through. So like I said, there's energy spaces in the body. But then there's energy spaces all around the body. So we really want to move into this space around the body, slice through what is unnecessary. Maybe I've been guarding myself and I've got my aura all hardened up out front. Maybe it needs to stay that way, but anything that doesn't need to be there, move it. Now turn a little to one side. Same thing. Slicing, pulling open, opening those ears, so that I can hear when people are telling me what they need instead of me giving them what I want to give them, so that I can give them what they need. Other side. As a helper soul, let me tell you, that's tough for me. To give somebody what they need and not what I think they need. Ooh. And then accept what it is that they think they need. Oh, dear Lord, right? Whoa! Boy, whew. That'll get you in the first 3 chakras. One more time, pull. Ah, settle at the thighs. Feel the energy stir all around you. It's going to feel different because we moved it on purpose. Breathing in, breathing out. Reach over, scoop up that right leg, drip it across the left, squeeze the lower body together as best you can. So now we're taking this energy and we're squishing it in around the pelvis. I'm going to grab onto that knee. I'm going to arch my back greatly, touch my nose to my knee if I can, and then extend back up. So I'm really wringing out the spine. If you're finding places that are painful, don't go so deep. If you find something that in your intuition, this part, feels stuck, ooh, maybe hold there and have a breath with it. One more time, squeeze it down. Roll it up. Right hand, right knee, open up. Drape that arm across the back of the chair or grab the side of the chair. If you happen to be on a stool, just be very careful. Breathing in, releasing out, opposite way. And notice which side feels better to you. You may have one side where you get a, okay, that's the body's way of telling you too much. You suck in through those teeth, ooh, that's a back off point, not a push through point. Back off. Play with that space and that energy. Unwind. Open up those arms in T position. Curl that heel up on that left foot. If you can, lean back a little bit. Lift those legs. Oh yeah, so we're going to fan the flames on that lower body. If you can lift that whole foot, lift the whole foot. Breathe in. Turn palms up. Lift. And unwind. Forward fold over the thighs. Let the belly drip in between the thigh space. If you've got more belly than you used to have, let the feet go wider. Yes. The beauty of being seated during this is so that your arms can support extra upper body weight and you don't have the worry of the legs messing with the hips. And then the back can just let go. One more breath pulls you back up. Walk those feet closer together. Oh, dig up that left leg. Reach it over. Squeeze in as best as you can. Grab on. Lift through the crown of the head. And then we're going to squeeze these chakras. Feed it with heart energy. Breathe in through that heart. Lift up. Breathe in through the heart. Feed the lower three. Exhale, lift up. Breathing in, arching down. Lift up. One more time, down we go. Yes. Lift it up and in. Left hand stays where it is. Right arm over the back of the chair. If you went the other way, stay there. You may find things are bubbling up and through. Be like, ooh, ooh, yeah. Spinal twist, other direction. That's that body releasing some of that stress eating that we do. If you happen to not be stressed out, maybe those bubbles are glitter bubbles. Maybe there's a unicorn in there blowing bubbles. Inhale. Exhale, come center, slice open. Make sure you're balanced on the edge of that chair. Curl that right heel up. Lift if you can. Oh yeah, feel that energy. I mean, that like churns that pelvic energy, the hips, the thighs, and it starts to bubble up and then it starts to get a little hard to breathe. So consciously, sip in that heart energy, so that when we unwind, we put those feet down, we can really get down on it. There we go. Now I've got a pillow under my chair. I can come down, put my hand on the pillow. I can make sure my tush is really in this chair. I can come down here, I can put my forearms on it, or if I don't have a pillow at all, I just come down to the feet, the floor, or right back to those thighs. One more big breath. Gorgeous. Toe heel out a little more. Roll it up. Right elbow comes to the thigh. Left fingertips stretch up toward the ceiling. Reach down, touch the top of the ear, and then reach up. Reach down, touch that ear. Reach up. Touch that ear. Elbow comes down to the top of the right hand. Open up. Oh yeah, top of that hand. So we're just really wringing out this spine energy. One more time. Tap it down. Open it up. Back down to the floor we go. Hold there. Elbows if you need them. If you can, creep your fingertips a little further forward and really pull yourself out of those hips. Feel a little like a frog. If you've got a pillow, and come up even higher. Inhaling. Exhale, left elbow. Right fingertips. Oh, open up. So here we're opening that heart space. If this is too much for your spine, come up some. But the goal is open here so that when the breath goes in and I sip it in, I can really get a good excuse me, open breath down into that pelvis. Reach down, touch the top of that ear. Reach up, top of the ear. Reach up, top of the ear. Reach up. This time, top of the ear, come down, touch the back of that hand. Open up. Hand. Open up. Hand. Open up. Open that heart. And then sit right on up. Excuse me. See? Breath through the truth space. Shaking something out there. And then circles. All right. So twisting sometimes. We can get into those spaces that we tend not to move through, especially after a certain age. It gets harder to turn the head sometimes. Depending on what we did for a living, our shoulders are like earrings, so we learn to put those down. But spines, when we start to worry about stepping backwards and falling, we tend to stop doing torso twisting. Pause, go the other direction. So because we naturally know, let me just turn around and go that way. So then I'm still always in one plane. I'm not sitting there, you know, sneaking around behind me. So let's loosen this up, because when the body stops doing those types of movements, even if you're just micro moving right now, that energy can become stagnant. And then constipation. Oh man, the constipation. Whew. Yeah. Energy constipation. One more time around. Beautiful. Sit it on up. We're going to walk the feet closer together just so that we can square the hips and the shoulders and the knees. Then I'm going to take this right knee, I'm going to open it up and out. Yeah. So modified warrior posture. It's a beautiful thing. I can come down, I can reach out and over. Well, this one's actually Parsifal, not warrior. But that way, I'm in a good space first before I start. So the first thing we are going to do is a warrior. I'm going to take my arms out. I'm going to turn my head, if my physical therapist would allow me to, and look down my right fingertips. See, I'm cheating. See that left edge of that foot? I need to roll that foot down flat on the floor and maybe even press down with my feet, because that press down, if you notice, causes the crown of my head to rise. Breathe in. Breathe out. The hand on the left comes down to the edge of the seat. My right palm turns up. I reach right on up. Big breath in, big breath out. And then either the hand or the elbow comes down. Gorgeous. So I'm trying to pull my heart through and keep my right ribs over the top of my thigh, but you do you. Especially if this is new to you. And you notice I'm coming into the outside edges of my feet, so I got to really root down. I'm one of these people that floats all the time. Butterflies, unicorns, glitter, the more the better. Woo! Life's a party! Until I get exhausted because I overextend myself. Playing in the energy. Playing with people. Playing. So then I'm never grounded. Well, not never, but it's common. Lift it on up, level off, and then help that leg come back in. Find the feet again. So you may be a really grounded person and you're finding it easy to find your feet, but then lift, come up and out, squaring, slicing. You may have a hard time finding the crown of your head in this posture, or you may find you're way over here. So if my torso is way over here, I'm heavy in my feet, oh, well, let me bring my energy back in alignment. Bring those ribs right up over that pelvis. Press down into those feet. Drop the shoulders. Gorgeous. If you can, look down that left middle finger. Right hand drops to the seat of the chair. Lift that left arm to find space. If you have painful shoulders, find a cactus arm. breathe in. Breathe out, either the hand or the elbow. We reach out and over. Beautiful. So reach through the fingers. Reach down through the feet. If you happen to be missing a body part, use the mind. Use the mind and extend what isn't there any longer. Energetically, it's still there. You know, I'm missing a right, I'm missing a left, I'm missing a thumb, whatever. Energetically, it's still there. Level off. And then bring it in. Beautiful. Hands come into prayer. Inhale. And exhale. Oh, and always a class favorite. The collective groan starts about right here. Reach down. Right leg comes up and across. Now, if this isn't you ever again in this lifetime, okay, then that left ankle comes out to support. Okay, just be very careful when you're leaning forward that you have enough foot pressure there to be able to keep you from toppling out of the chair. Otherwise, lift up and in. You could slide the legs all the way across and together. Plant the feet, foot. Plant the foot. Okay, and then ankle space, right hand to the knee. I'm not pressing down, I'm bringing awareness there because then I'm connecting that awareness with my hip. That awareness connects with the ankle. That ankle connects with the bottom ankle. Beautiful. Allow the crown of the head to rise. The first thing we're going to do is slightly twist to the right. If you've got a full twist in you, boom, woohoo, hold it there. Maybe not so fast, but if you've got a gentle twist, find the gentle twist. Big inhale, big exhale. And then slowly twist to the opposite side. See what that does. It's going to do something different for every single person. I mean, I've been in so many trainings and they're, you know, see what this does for you. You could go through and just poll every single one of the 30, 40 people that were there. Everybody's going to tell you it did something different. Come in, and that's because our energy systems are different. Roll down and in. Oh yeah, if you want to hang like a cheetah on the branch of a tree in the savannah, then here you go. Breath. If that's not your shtick, then you're here. Excuse me, that's twice. Man. Roll it up. Put that foot down. Butterfly wings. There we go. Get a little funky with it. Nice. Bring those feet together. Left leg. Oh. Oh. And the angels came out and sang to my left hip. Give it a breath. Ooh. And how you get that tickle in your throat. Makes one eye weep. All right, here we go. Turn off to one side. Find how deep you want to get into this. Find a full breath. And then off to the other side. This side might be bigger for you. This side might be gentler for you. Sandwich that foot. There's energy between your foot and the floor. Sandwich that foot around that energy that's down there. Come center, lean it in. Find your space for holding. So holding in the movement, not holding in the energy. Let what energy move that needs to move, let it move. One more breath rolls you up. Lean the shoulder blades back and in, fingertips behind the head. Lordy, sorry. Inhale. Exhale. Release the arms. And grab onto the outside edges of the chair. Right knee, left knee, cross the ankles. You only have one appendage. Bring the energy of the second leg in. Absolutely. If you can only lift one leg at a time, lift one leg at a time. We'll do both sides. So I've got my right leg over my left, my shoulder blades on the back of the chair. I've got big, wide, energy-soaking arms open, and I'm just holding. Oh yeah. Now pull against the feet so that the knees want to go wide, but they're not allowed to. Inhale. Exhale. Hands down, feet down, forward fold. Cat and cow here. Spine. And reach. Arch. And reach. Arch. And reach. Now we roll all the way up, shoulder blades, fingertips behind the ears. Lift the heart. Breathe into the belly. Notice the energy that's moved out and away. And then open up. Left foot, right foot. Cat hair. It's real life around here, people. Pull on the feet. Breathing in. Oh yeah, let that energy build. Use the breath. Through that heart. Use the breath. Through the heart. Use the breath. Through the heart. And then just settle. Unlock the jaw. Right ear, right shoulder. Give that head a little teeny forward and back wobble. You might not even be able to perceive my head moving on camera. But I've got like just a little forward and back motion, like a chicken that's laid its head to the side and is looking real hard at a stink bug. Chicken owners understand that. Pause. Lift up through center. Left shoulder. Notice which side might be more stiff, which side might be more free. And then little tip forward and back. Because the whole goal of this is more freedom. Freedom of movement, freedom of feeling, freedom of space, freedom to find this little light of mine. It's so easy to see it in others. Pause, lift, breath. Nicely done. And then roll back it in, hands on belly. Feel that breath come and go. Beautiful. Right leg's going to go over the top of left. I'm going to scooch my shoulder blades ever so slightly off center of the back of the chair, but then my legs are going to go right. So I've got a little bit of a spinal twist. Make sure that the knees aren't paying the price. Fingers reach, palms turn up, grab the back of the head. If you've got a really high back chair, this might be kind of difficult. See if it works for you. If not, there's always forward fold. Breathing in, breathing out, wringing out that spinal column. Support yourself back to center. Reach down, grab that knee, pull that knee into the right shoulder. Rotate that ankle. Nice. There you go. So for the Janes and the Eds and the Catherines, out there in yoga land, and the Roses and the Belindas, and all the sweet folks that come and go. Be kind, mostly to the mind. Be in the moment with your perfection. And sometimes as we squeeze these lower chakras, it can be a little hard. Release. Because that's where we even not just judge others, we judge ourselves. Oh my goodness. Yep. Shoulder blades on the back of the chair, cross those legs, grab on. I'm going to slide just a little. Open up. Make sure that when you touch the back of those ears, that those shoulder blades are really planted. And then check in with the knees. We don't want to do too much. But those of you out there that know your limits, wonderful. Be with those limits. There's maturity in those limits. There's wisdom in those limits. Yes. Release. Unwind. Plant that right foot. Pull up in to the body. Rotate that ankle. Oh, I don't even know. I'm not sure if you can get that on the mic. The pop. Pop. Opposite way. Pause. Release. And then just start to find that easy space. This was a short class, one of those that you can just kind of turn on when the body's stiff. It's winter months. If you happen to be in a cold space, you know, you can turn this on and go, okay, I just need to loosen up for a little bit, but I don't want to spend the rest of my life doing it. All right, here you go. Shavasana time. Feet are planted. Pay attention to those sits bones. Really anchor yourself in the chair. Shut the lights off. Grab a blanket. Put your feet up on another chair. That would be lovely. You could actually get up and go over and lay on the couch if you wanted to. And then find the breath. Notice if it's easier to filter the breath through that heart down to that pelvis and back out. Wash with that beautiful green heart energy, like spring. It's green like spring. Or it could be green like the depths of summer. It could be vibrant, or it could be earthy and dark. Whatever speaks to you, really wash in and out. And as we wash with the breath, let these words drift by from our oracle card. It's a prayer. So the card we drew was Mayu, Soma from the galactic heart. And for your healing today, I invoke the unconditional love of the galactic heart and give thanks for all that is good, true, and nourishing of my being on all levels through unconditional love. I surrender with forgiveness and blessing any issue to do with mothering or being mothered, whether too much or too little. I release myself from false guilt, shame, and judgment now. I release the mother figures in my life with forgiveness in my heart, for I no longer wish to hold on to pain. I acknowledge I am worthy and deserving of nourishment straight from the sacred milk of unconditional love from the Galactic Mother. May all mothers receive healing and guidance, blessing and assistance from the Divine Mother of all souls. With trust, I open myself now to receive what is needed for the ecstatic fulfillment of my own being through divine grace. With gratitude, and so it is. Swaha. Allow yourself as many breaths as it takes to release any further energies that might be binding you, so that you may open to ecstatic fulfillment. Continue to breathe. Unlocking the jaw and allowing space between top teeth and bottom teeth. And for 3 breaths, consciously draw in through the wisdom of the heart. Move your awareness to the energy of the feet. Say to yourself, I ground myself in this moment. I connect. Bring your awareness to your palms and say to yourself, I open to receive unexpected gifts. Open through third eye and say to yourself, I open the window of my soul so that I may value others through the window of their soul. Hands come together at heart center. Breath in, breath out. Next breath gathers in the sound that makes the most sense to you. Thank you so much for those of you who are taking the time to take care of yourselves today. Thank you for opening. Thank you for trusting. Thank you for joining us on the journey. Swaha, and so it is. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Till next time. Bye, guys. This little light of mine.